The following contest is a triple threat match, and it's for the Florida Heavyweight Championship.
Tyler Rex, this is what sports entertainment is all about, right? Heath Slater might be the underdog in this situation. I think it's just too much for him to overcome.
Heath Slater has never been the Florida Heavyweight Champion. Tyler Rex in full control.
Well, the champion's on top of his game right now. Momentum is in his corner.
Hennig flex.
That's
Hennig
it.
flex.
Come on, Joseph.
Center of the ring.
He kicked out the Hennig press.
All three of these men leaving it all out on the table, doing whatever they can, whatever they possibly humanly can to win this match. Watch Tyler Rex, straightforward, double drop kick.
Yeah, down to these two men right here.
Tyler Rex, Joe Hennig, both on that second rope. Each man jockeying for position, trying to get the better of the other. Wait a minute, from the second rope.
Got him from the second rope right there.
Slater just hit Sweetness
got him hooked up
on the champion.
We got a new champion.
Heath Slater, if he didn't shock the world before, he has now accomplished that feat. Your new Florida Heavyweight Champion. There is a new heavyweight champion in FCW. His name is Heath Slater, and tonight, Dream, Heath Slater defends for the very first time against the former champion, Tyler Rex.
I think it's an opportunity for Tyler Rex to come back. Victory to Heath Slater. This is going to be probably the biggest title match we've seen in quite a few weeks. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready to go. You ready to go?
All right, you championships in the end.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing 255 pounds, Escobar!
A man that has displayed such a streak of viciousness in recent weeks here in FCW, Escobar. No longer smiling, no longer fan-friendly. His only concern is his self.
You're my baby, baby boo. We was neighbors, just friends, not her enemy. Always did things so she could remember me.
Such a direct change in attitude.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you what, we're exploding tonight. This is gonna be good.
Introducing his opponent, from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing 219 pounds, Espiral!
Well, that streak of viciousness that we've seen displayed by Escobar has directly affected that man, Espiral, and his very close friend, Mr. Banderas.
Well, Banderas is a friend of his, but I'm sure Alberto was out for himself, but they did come in here together from Mexico. Escobar is, I would say, I would go out on a limb right here. If I don't know how the limb gonna break. Escobar may be the most talented guy here at FCW right now.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, Escobar has been here since day one in FCW. Former Florida Heavyweight Champion, former Tag Team Champion. He has accomplished it all, and of course, it's common knowledge. It's only a matter of time before we see him on that larger stage.
Well, it sure is, but he kind of changed his attitude. He's got a lot of people looking at him as far as WWE Universe, and I mean, he's taking a different path here. But you know, like you said to me, I said, Eric, you know what's going down here, man? He said, let me tell you something, amigo. Call me amigo, like we're friends, whatever that means in Mexico. And I said, well, that's cool, man, but you know, you got a lot of fans out here. He said, I really don't care about the fans. I kind of put him off a little bit, but I feel for what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he said last week clearly. He said the fans broke his heart.
Well, I think he might have broke their heart. Whoa, did you see that?
Nice maneuver by
nice drop kick.
Espiral going for the cover.
You know what Espiral means? You know what I mean?
What does that mean, Dream?
Spiral. The spiral.
It means a spiral. That would indicate the design on the mask. Of course, reminiscent of his
You know what? You're so sharp. You remind me a lot of Michael Cole. You're so top of your game.
Well, certainly Michael Cole, of course, lead play-by-play announcer on Monday Night Raw.
But not on FCW, you are.
Well, oh, stop.
Yeah, I haven't seen you take any jump up in your chair here with the general manager.
Oh, watch out.
General manager, what's been going on with him? Lately, I know we might hear from him tonight.
Well, I'm sure we will hear from our general manager.
Are you going to stand up and all that?
General manager? Well, I think we should all stand up and pay our respects to the man running the show here these days.
Got him hooked up in the abdominal stretch. That used to really still hurt. What do you mean used to hurt? Still hurt.
It still hurts, and especially if you're Eric Escobar. Look how he's just pounding away to maybe oblique section and abdomen, trying to apply more pressure to Espiral.
I got to say this, as we have said on numerous occasions since the start of this program, we all seen a different side of Eric Escobar. And it's a winning side.
Watch out, rough. Almost had a win there. I still can't get over the change we've seen in Eric Escobar over the last few weeks. I mean, it seems like just something just snapped in his head after all this time of being so proud of just being the guy here in FCW, being the guy to always overcome the odds, and then flip the switch and say, I don't care about anybody but myself.
Well, we see right there a young man from Mexico when we talk about the Espiral himself, the Espiral. See how I say that? Espiral.
Espiral.
You know, I mean, he comes from great stock, too, and I'm sure he wants a victory right here. This would be a big victory for him, matter of fact, to get a victory here over Eric Escobar. Got him hooked up in that old leg scissor. Got him grounded. What's he doing with this? He's just grounding him down. Hey, Right Out Sports Network, Sunday nights, I mean, great. Wintertime getting on us, fall on us a little, feeling cool outside is really cool, man.
I felt a breeze. I felt a breeze walking into the building.
Yeah, well, I ain't going to say nothing about that. Breeze walking into the building.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Escobar putting pressure on that lower abdomen. And a wise strategy, in fact. And we know Espiral likes to incorporate that high-flying offense. Eric Escobar says, hey, you're not going anywhere. I'm going to keep you in my grips this entire time.
That's a good call. You can't fly if you're on the ground. Up top, a lot of things bad can happen here. Well, there's one of them. There's one of them right there.
Misses the elbow, does Eric Escobar. Not a favor in that right arm, but still going right back to Espiral, who fights back with a couple shots of his own.
There he is. He's dealing on him now. That's good.
Espiral, the nephew of the legendary Mil Mascaras in Mexico, trying to carry that legacy right here to Florida Championship Wrestling.
Man, I'm going to tell you what, that was a good counter. Could get a win.
Counter could be a win. No.
That would be a huge victorious. That would be a huge victorious. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm sure somewhere Alberto Banderas watching very intently as his good friend tries to get that win over Eric Escobar.
Each and every week, this is a place to be right here in the FCW arena. See it live, watching it on television, if you will.
Oh, man.
Well, he brought that knee up and got it right in the, right there in the chest area there. You know,
wait a minute, Escobar going for that Puerto Rican necktie, and I think that is what we will call over.
Yeah, I think the party's over
Here
right there.
is your winner, Eric Escobar.
Wow.
Eric Escobar. Impressive, dominant, and changed.
Well, I tell you what, what's going on here?
Got the chair.
Whoa. What's happening here, man?
Okay, the match is over, Eric. Let's go.
Well, I've seen him do this before.
This looks very familiar, doesn't it? In fact, everybody who tries to take what's mine should get used to this image. Just because we're both Latinos does not give you the right to try.
Wait a minute.
Whoa. Scattered there, buddy.
Alberto Banderas taking exception to the words of Eric Escobar and his actions.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, we have a south of the border, if you will, a south of the border feud brewing here at FCW.
Well, folks, coming up next, he is a 7-foot-tall conductor of destruction, and he is next, Eli Cottonwood. in action.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Tulsa, Oklahoma, weighing 209 pounds, McGuirk.
Welcome back to FCW, folks. Byron Saxton alongside the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and making his FCW TV debut, that man, Max McGuirk.
I've watched this kid train here lately, man. He comes out of Oklahoma. Good young man. He's got a lot of fire. He's got a great upside, if you know what I'm saying. But I don't know what kind of upside you're going to have when you're facing a 7-foot tall, what do you call him, Master Disaster?
Conductor of Destruction. I think we'll find out why momentarily.
Introducing his opponent, recently reintroduced to society from the Kellogg Sanitarium, weighing over 400 pounds, Eli Cottonwood.
Eli Cottonwood, and if I heard Angela correctly, from the Kellogg Sanitarium?
And just reintroduced to society tells me something about this guy.
Yeah, it tells me I want to get as far away as possible.
Yeah, they wouldn't let you out with it if you wasn't okay. You know what I'm saying? Would they?
Does he look okay to you?
Look at his eyes, man. He got some wonderful eyes.
I mean, that's like someone who had a bad nightmare that never came to an end.
Well, what's got to happen here, man, is this young man's got to get this big enough off his feet, or he's going to have a long night right here, or a short night here at FCW.
Oh, Max McGuirk, just to give you a little background, the son of former WWE ring announcer Mike McGuirk.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the sanitarium there. That's the master of the conductor of the
destruction.
Whoa,
Talk
buddy.
about destruction, nearly taking the head of Max McGuirk right off his body.
This is a big, mean, ugly man. You know what I'm saying? Pull him up by the ears.
We saw Cottonwood.
Look at this.
Over the last few weeks, just choke slamming Tom West, choke slamming Joe Hennig, and now this time, Max McGuirk, third on the list, hooks the leg.
This thing's over.
Good night.
Wow, that's impressive, buddy.
Here is your winner, Eli Cottonwood.
I don't think this guy's well.
What
I don't think.
doing?
I don't think he's well.
Caressing Max McGuirk?
Yeah, look at the eyes here, man. Look at the eyes.
Take another look, folks.
Look at this guy.
In short order, did Eli Cottonwood conduct his destruction, nearly taking the head of Max McGuirk off his body, and then finishing him up with that devastating choke slam.
I ain't playing, you know what I'm saying?
And the path of destruction continues. Oh my.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the host of the Abraham Washington Show and FCW's General Manager, Abraham Washington.
Man, you be acting a fool, man. Look at you. I'm telling you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Florida Championship Wrestling. And my man, my homeboy, Abraham Washington, on his way to the ring. Come on, drink it.
You are just about freaking out. Yeah. I don't even want to go there with you.
Yes.
I don't even want to go there with you. Just freaking out. Do your business. You need to do your business.
Stand up, Dream. There's Rosa Mendez. Wow, she looks lovely. And that is our general manager, our decision maker, and the host of the Abraham Washington Show, Abraham Washington.
Man.
He is cool. He is cool, Dream. Let me tell you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to go ahead and welcome you all to Abraham Washington's own Florida Championship Wrestling, huh? Yeah, that's right.
That is right.
Which also happens to be the greatest show on earth. And do you all know why this is the greatest show on earth, huh? Do you know why? Because Abraham Washington said so. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Anything I say around here is the law. And you want me to prove it? You want to see how much power I got? Watch this. When I say jump, you say
How high?
Yeah, that's right. And when I say me, you said?
Ay, papi.
Yeah, you see that? Huh? Now that's what I call real pimping. Right there, ain't no fake pimping about that. And I just want to give a warning to all my wannabe pimps out there. Do not try this at home because I am a professional, okay? I don't want no girl slapping you in the face and you blaming me for you losing your teeth, okay? You know what I'm saying? All right. Now getting on with the rest of the show, tonight we have a great match this evening because we will have a rematch between the current Florida heavyweight champion Heath Slater taking on the challenger Tyler Rex. Yeah, come on, it's going to be a great match, ladies and gentlemen. It will be a great match. Now, speaking of the man with the dirtiest dreadlocks in all the sports entertainment, will you all please join me in welcoming my guest for the evening, former heavyweight champion and a man on a mission to do absolutely nothing. Will you please welcome Tyler Rex?
Well, Tyler Rex, the former Florida heavyweight champion, I guess on the Abraham Washington show. Doesn't get better than that.
Tyler Rex was champion. He's been through the wars before. He's been through a lot of the wars. Bottom line is, I mean, this is going to be a great matchup tonight. When you look forward to something like this, you know, it's going to be cool, man. Let's see what you got to say here, though, man. You know what I mean?
Now, Tyler, it's great to have you on the show. I would just like to say welcome. And I'm sure the FCW universe, just like myself, would like to know how you and your dirty dreadlocks getting along, huh? How y'all getting along? Because I'm looking at it, it's looking like a war going on top of your head there, boy. What's happening? Huh?
You know what? I bet what the FCW universe really wants to know is how you and that Lego head of yours are doing.
Man, don't touch
Lego
my
head.
hair. Are you out of your mind? You see that? This is fresh. This is tight all day and all night, every day, man. Don't touch my hair again. Should I slap him? I ain't gonna slap him. Not right now. I'll slap him later. All right. Now listen. I know you heard that you were gonna have a rematch tonight, and you did sign the contract for the rematch this evening. And as general manager, I brought you out here so you could personally thank me by bending down and kissing my Converse. That's right, these are dress shoe Converse, fool. Go ahead and kiss them, huh, in front of all these people. Look at that. You ain't even got to bend down. I'll lift my foot up for you. You see that, buddy?
First of all, Abe, those aren't Converse. Second of all, it's got nothing to do with you. It's in my contract that I got a rematch. So I got an idea. Why don't you go ahead, bend down, kiss your own Converse, and while you're down there, choke on your laces.
What?
That's right.
Excuse me? That wasn't very nice.
That's cool, that's cool. I see how disrespectful you are. I give you the opportunity to be champion again, and you talk to me like that. Well, that's cool. Since you're so sedity and high up, can I at least get a handshake, huh? How about a handshake then there, buddy? You
All right,
okay
pal.
with that? All right, there you go.
I'll give you that.
Good. That's all. That's it. Good. Have a good night, buddy. Thank you. See you next week.
Wow.
Thank you.
No, that was pretty honest of Abe.
Yeah, he got
Great
on
to
him,
have you
man.
on.
He got him on right there,
Hey,
man.
Rex. I hope you took your Tylenol because you're going to need it.
Uh-oh, from behind, Eli Cottonwood.
Oh, no, man. He got him.
Shades of a few weeks ago.
No.
The outside of the ring.
Buddy,
Eli
he laid him
my
out.
gosh.
Oh, man.
Choke slamming Tyler Rex on the outside of the ring.
That ain't even an inch thick. That's concrete there, buddy. I mean, when you're not ready for something like that, trainers out there, man, that's just amazing.
Hey, take it easy, big guy. Take it easy, Frankenstein. Take it easy, Frankenstein. Remember, I'm still in control. I'm still in control.
You know, Abe's
my boy and all, but I don't get this relationship between Abraham Washington and Eli Cottonwood. And what about Tyler Rex? He's scheduled for a title match later tonight, but this monster just drove him nearly through that concrete floor. Folks, we'll be back, and hopefully later tonight we still will have a title match.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the team of Troy, Jackman, and Fletcher, Chase.
The two esteemed members of Abraham Washington's cabinet of dream. I'm still in shock of what we just saw with Eli Cottonwood choke slamming Tyler Rex on the outside of the ring.
Well, I want to tell you what, when we were in break, they were trying to get him out of here and take him right back to, we have an on-site medical trainers area back there, man, but big match for him tonight, and that didn't bode well for what's getting ready to happen. We'll keep you updated on that. These two guys right here making a way for themselves, trying to become Florida Tag Team Champions.
There is an ongoing problem in the FCW universe. Do you know what that is? Well, allow me to educate all of you. The problem is the most prestigious and powerful organization in all of sports entertainment, the Abraham Washington Cabinet, is without championship gold. Washington is very upset by this. Therefore, I am very upset by this. Troy Jackman is very upset by this. So, Bo and Duke Rotundo, I want you to cherish and relish your time with the Florida Tag Team Championships, because I guarantee it is limited. You are a problem, and that solution begins here tonight.
Pretty strong verbiage.
Introducing their opponents, the team of Johnny Prime and Fred Rosser.
Johnny Prime and Fred Rosser with the dubious task of taking on Fletcher, Chase, and Troy Jackman from the cabinet. And you heard Chase make the point. The cabinet needs gold, and I agree.
Well, you would agree, but I'll tell you something I agree on. Rosser Prime makes a pretty good team right here, so they can turn this around. Yeah, Big Fred. Johnny Prime, what time is the prime time?
Well, actually, it was about a quarter after.
No, it's prime time.
Never mind.
Prime time on your television. Right, Sports Network Sunday nights, man. Come on now.
I'm coming. Johnny Prime coming to Troy Jackman. Nice fireman's carry takedown. Johnny Prime, I admire Johnny Prime and his recent actions as of late, because he took some time off to kind of find himself, to regroup, and now he's back here in FCW and, looking to kind of start right back where he left off.
Johnny Prime is. Yeah, but you know what? Johnny Prime was in one of the best contests we've had at FCW here when he challenged Alex Riley. He falls anyway. You remember that? After that, he kind of went down, got wounded a little bit, but back on top of the game, just like you said. Man, I'm telling you, we're just trying to get some word for us and for you fans, obviously, out there at FCW land, trying to find out the condition of one Tyler Rex, who got choke slammed on the concrete.
Let me ask you this, Dream. Do you see a title match still taking place after what we just saw?
Knowing Tyler Rex, he's going to give it all. He's going to do it, but we'll get an update from it. Like I said, FCW is a top flight facility, training facility, doctor's own hand. Head trainers out there. We're going to find out, but I don't know, man. Eli Cottonwood got to be reckoned with. Got him a nice little hip toss right here. Back in the ball game, set him up for something.
Fred Rosser in there with Fletcher Chase. Fred Rosser, New Jersey native.
Is he?
Oh, he's dreamed of being part of sports entertainment and showing why with that maneuver. Going for the cover on shit.
Michael Tarver, don't you feel like you're being held back by the FCW system? I guess you're used to that by now.
Held back? Well, yeah, I feel like I'm being held back by the FCW system. All the pretty boys, they want to put... You know what? If they would have... Wait a minute. Why are you asking me this question? Who is... Get that camera out of my face. Why are you asking this question? Yeah, I feel like I'm being held back. If they want the pretty boys to last and to keep them out of the ring with me, because if I get that title, they won't get it back. Get that camera out of my face.
And is a big guy, man, that has really learned his skill and started to come around. And when you're coming around and you're doing things right, and you got somebody like, I will say this, Fletcher Chase kind of guiding you a little bit, you learn a lot real quick.
Fletcher Chase impresses me not just for his physical ability in the ring, but his mental acumen, which he spread the Troy, but right now Rosser going with that sunset flip. Not enough. I think Rosser's kind of dazed. I mean, he's made so many attempts to get to that corner to tag in Johnny Prime, but after a while, after all that pressure that's been applied with that rear chin lock and side headlock, cutting off that air supply, you wonder how well those brainwaves are flowing.
Just an update right here, live events around the state of Florida coming on this fall. Nice and cool in these buildings. You need to get there. You need to be with us here at the FCW Arena right down here on Del Mabry, and you need to be watching television 6 or 7 on Sunday night. It replays everywhere because this is the best thing going in Florida. It is FCW, and anytime you get a chance to see it live, go see it live, man. Come on out and see it. It's cool stuff.
Nothing
Got
like
him up. Nice move.
FCW
Could be
live. In your face for Fred Rosser. Down, but gets the right shoulder up.
Well, he got the shoulder up, you're right, and he's back in there and just plowing in. See what I'm saying? I'll say it again. Troy Jackman, big old boy, just really learning his trade quickly, and I will admit Fletcher Chase has something to do with that.
Well, you know, I saw him in the hallway earlier and gave him a pointer or two.
Who?
Troy.
You gave Troy Jackman a point or two in the hallway.
You know, I thought I'd help. But certainly, I tell you what, I, for one, am impressed, very impressed with the continuity of Troy Jackman and Fletcher Chase. I mean, they've maintained the advantage. They've punished Fred Rosser to the point now I'm beginning to wonder if he even has enough to make the tag.
Well, they've grounded him, I'm telling you. Somehow Fred needs to do a set out, a switch, and go behind or something and get his partner in there, Johnny Prime. Nice move right here. You know what? I'm a little surprised at Fletcher Chase. He knows his trade.
But you know what they're doing? They're continuing to apply pressure to the neck of Fred Rosser. Whether it's Troy Jackman, whether it's Fletcher Chase, Rosser has been the recipient of this continued onslaught of punishment.
He's been what?
Oh, rolls back. Onslaught of punishment.
No, you say he's been a precipitant. What you said?
I said onslaught of punishment.
Oh, you know what I seen you running around with today? Michael Cole.
Watch out.
What does that mean?
Cover. What's that?
Michael Cole don't know you want his job on Raw.
No, he's giving me financial advice.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Don't bet on the horses.
Oh, believe me, I don't. Look at Troy Jackman. You know, you said a dream, but I'll reiterate it. The fact that he has maintained a strategy, going right back to that rear chin lock every time. But this time around, Rosser maybe creating the opening that he needs. Just inches away from Johnny Prime. Can he make the tag?
That's a good call, buddy. Can he?
Reach it and he
there
does.
Goes.
Johnny Prime, for what seemed like an eternity, standing and waiting on that apron, finally makes the tag. High leg lariat. Troy Jackman now on the receiving end. Big boot.
Got a cover.
Looks the leg. Fletcher Chase makes a save. There's Fred Rosser again. This time gets tossed out.
Yeah, and Fletcher Chase gets booted out. Cut him up.
Miscommunication there, but Troy wants Troy from behind. That full Nelson slam. And it is it.
That's a big victory. That's huge, Bob.
Here are your winners, Troy Jackman and Fletcher Chase.
Well, I got to give it up to the cabinet. Give it to Fletcher Chase and Troy Jackman. Extremely impressive, and I'm sure Abraham Washington is extremely happy watching. Take another look. We saw Johnny Prime trying to recover, trying to create the opportunity for his team to win, but how quickly things changed. Troy Jackman from behind and delivers the final shot with that full Nelson slam and the victory.
Well, they're on the road now, buddy.
Well, folks, coming up next, the Florida Heavyweight Championship on the line. Heath Slater scheduled to defend against Tyler Rex. And it's next.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Florida Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, from Pineville, West Virginia, weighing 242 pounds, he is the Florida Heavyweight Champion, Heath Slater.
I tell you what, Byron, there's a lot of confusion in the back, and that's very unusual to see a champion, come out first. And, we've got some type of word from back there, but it's a lot of confusion, a lot of stuff going on in the back. The choke slam that Tyler Rex took was on the concrete, and, man, I'm telling you, it was something. So we're going to see what happens here now, buddy. We better be ready to back down the hatchet.
Well, Heath Slater's certainly ready for action. Heavyweight Championship again scheduled to be on the line against Tyler Rex. He took that nasty choke slam. Oh.
Introducing his opponent, the challenger, from Laguna Beach, California, weighing 251 pounds, Tyler Rex.
Well, here we go. We got our answer, buddy.
Well, we hear the music, but I don't see Tyler Rex. We know there was a lot of confusion in the back, like you said, Dream, but... Oh, there he is. See those ribs back, taped up.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, there's a lot of people around him, and I can see that doctor. No, he's telling him no, man. Tyler Rex trying to make it out. I don't think they're going to let him go.
Hey, Rex.
Let's go. We got to get back. Come on.
I know you want your rematch and all, but feel free to come up here if you want, buddy. I don't think you're going to do much to the champ tonight. Yeah.
I just seen the trainer say get back.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Hennig. You hear the people. You hear them. I'm talking to you. I know you want a piece of me, so won't you give them what they want? Hey, Rex, why don't you just ring that bell, and why don't you get up in here and see what you can do?
Oh, Heath Slater calling out Joe Hennig.
Well, Joe Hennig's coming there. And the bell got rung. We're into action here.
So, ladies, we got a matchup now.
Yeah,
folks,
we got a matchup, that's for sure.
Joe Hennig and Heath Slater. Tyler Rex was supposed to compete. Doctor made him go back to the back, and now Joe Hennig.
Oh, he could barely walk. Tyler Rex could barely walk. He was out of it.
Joe Hennig more than happy to get his hands on Heath Slater. We know the history going to the cover. We know the history between these two former tag team partners, former tag team champions. Hennig doing everything he can to get early.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. He said, come on in and get some. You want some? And Joe Hennig went ahead and went for it. Man, Hennig, I'm going to tell you what. We got, and I'm getting word, too, that I think they're taking, Tyler Rex, he's still trying to come. Tyler Rex is still trying to get out here to the ring.
You got to admire what Tyler Rex tried to do.
Oh, he got chokeslam on the concrete by a 7-foot guy for the cover from a mental institution that's been let loose on society. Now figure all that out.
That's the importance of the Florida Heavyweight Championship. Tyler Rex wanted so badly to have another opportunity to win back the Florida Heavyweight Championship. The man can't walk, you said it, but he's still trying to get out here. In the meantime, Joe Hennig called out by Heath Slater, and now we have this impromptu match going on.
Well, see, that's the story to me. That's the story that's unfolding here. I mean, it's what's going on in the back, but one thing about this is here, I'll say Joe Hennig, he went up and seized the moment. You get called out by the champion, and you're going to stand there, and you got two good legs, you ready to go, and Tyler Rex can barely walk.
Of course.
And he jumped in the match, buddy.
Of course, we know the story of Joe. Joe, former Florida heavyweight champion, suffered some severe injuries, was unable to defend that title. It was stripped of it before even stepping in the ring as a champion.
Man. Well, I mean, we've seen stranger things happen under the tutorship of Abraham Washington.
Oh, I don't know about
don't be
Abraham
started.
Washington being involved, but Joe Hennig certainly has had many issues with Heath Slater. Don't forget, when Joe Hennig initially won the Florida Heavyweight Championship, who was the first guy out to congratulate him?
Well, it was Joe Hennig. And then how convenient it was with the cast through the past weeks that went by for Heath Slater to go ahead and really show his colors, and that is, I'm out for the gold, and the money and everybody else don't mean nothing to me. Friendship was thrown out the window.
Heath Slater basically has said he feels that he is the best in the world, period. And he feels like now that's been solidified by winning the Florida Heavyweight Championship.
Well, he's the best in the state of Florida, let me put it like that. There's nobody compared to him. If you're the champion, that makes you the best.
But Joe Hennig wants to be the best. Joe Hennig wants to be the best again, wants to be the champ again. Oh, watch out!
Well, Joe's been through, you done documented, he's been through it all, you know what I mean? And then we get an opportunity talking to, hello? I just got, you know what? Tyler Rex is refusing to go to the hospital, so he's in the training. Wow, what a shot that was. I'll just get an update here. Wow.
Folks, Joe Hennig, Heath Slater, impromptu match, both men down. We've got to take a break, but this match continues. Welcome back to FCW. This is your main event. Joe Hennig taking on Heath Slater in this impromptu match right before we left you for break. Joe Hennig, despite the fact that he did not know or expect to be competing, putting it all on the line, high-risk maneuver, taking out Heath Slater, but then how quickly things changed. Joe Hennig going for the risky maneuver, and Slater recovering with that vicious kick to the abdomen, and Slater since then has continued punishing Joe Hennig.
I tell you what, Byron, I think just a little update here too. Tyler Rex scheduled to be in this match for the Florida Heavyweight Championship. I mean, laid out earlier in the night on the cold concrete by, Eli Cottonwood, and then a challenge to Heath to Joe Hennig. Joe Hennig's in the match. We got Tyler Rex in the back having medical attention. This is crazy. This is FCW.
Unpredictable nature, and Heath Slater, he's sitting back watching it all develop. He wanted to get Tyler Rex in the ring because he knew Tyler Rex was nowhere near 100%.
Yeah, but Tyler Rex was a fighting champion and could be again. But right now well, you said it. Heath Slater, control of this matchup we're watching right here.
Slater had a change of heart, change of attitude, and it has proved successful for him. Does get much more successful in FCW than the Heavyweight Championship.
Well, he just keeps bumming and grinding. Got a hook right here.
Hooks a leg. Talk about someone who's prideful. Talk about someone who's proud of his family heritage, and that's Joe Hennig, son of the late Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig, grandson of Larry the Axe Hennig.
Well, we both know how I feel about sons and about the legacy that is left for them and what they do. So you're right. You made a good call there, but the call right here is Joe Hennig wanted to fight, and he's in the middle of one. He's got what he wanted.
Last week in that triple threat match, Joe was the third man in the picture. Heath Slater came out victorious, but how easily could it have been Joe Hennig in this spot?
Yeah.
How easily could it have been Joe Hennig versus Tyler Rex tonight?
Well, that's a match I'd want to see down the road somewhere, but I guarantee you it's you make a really good point right there.
And he's trying to find an opening against the champion. Oh, elbow into the chest. Down goes Slater.
Now he's getting his second win.
Hennig.
Wow, hung him up.
And keep in mind, Hennig did not plan to compete tonight. But now could be moments away from a win. Hooks the legs, shoulders down. Now it comes down to how bad Joe Hennig wants to win.
Trying to get, oh man. Oh, that's the old slingshot. You ever do slingshot when you was a kid with your little brother or your little sister?
Well, not like that.
Slingshot him in a trash can.
Watch out, the champ with the cover.
I did that a couple of times. I saw you slingshot my brother into a trash can. We'd set trash can up, and I would sling. He didn't know what he was doing because he's younger and smaller.
Yeah, I bet it hurt.
Well, it left some marks.
Yeah, I almost think that Heath Slater thought things would be easier than he's getting here with Joe Hennig. He saw that Tyler Rex couldn't compete. He figured, well,
belly to belly.
It's belly to belly by Joe Hennig. Maybe he thought, hey, Joe doesn't expect to compete. Watch, no. He might have thought, well, Joe doesn't expect to compete tonight, so I can catch him off guard and prove a point.
Yeah, what's it?
That's what he might have been thinking. Right now, Joe Hennig.
Where'd you buy your mom, Dad?
Well,
you buy your own monitor. You bought your own monitor over there.
Oh, information I can't divulge, but Slater with that flapjack.
I thought he had him right there.
2 count.
I tell you what, we've had it all tonight. This is a mess going on here.
Have you heard anything more on Tyler Rex?
No, that's the last time that he was still in the building. Under trainer's care, doctors were called in. Doctor on staff was here. I mean, it's amazing what's going on back there. I don't know. I'm not back there, obviously. Whoa, I'm out there with you. He missed it.
And Heath Slater comes down on that leg. Tried to drive that knee into the gut of Joe Hennig. Instead, came down on that right leg.
Well, this crowd is always behind Joe Hennig. Got him trying to hook him up.
Hennig flex.
Missed it.
Reversed.
Got him again into the rope.
Slater might have been going for sweetness.
Whoa, got him hooked up.
With the plex. He's in the center of the ring.
He's got him.
He's got him hooked. Oh.
Man. That'd take your breath away.
Yeah, how many times have you seen someone kick out of the Hennig plex?
Well, I had. Just the one. Just now.
Joe Hennig nearly moments away from defeating Heath Slater. And what?
Well, step through, go behind.
And sweetness.
There you go. Sweet, yeah.
Slater just connected with sweetness. Joe got his shoulder up.
Well, how many times have you seen that?
I've never
how
seen
many
that
times
before.
have you seen that?
I've never seen.
You drive me crazy.
I've never seen that before.
You actually drive me crazy.
I think Joe Hennig's driving Heath Slater crazy at the moment. Heath Slater connecting with sweetness.
Whoa, look at this. What a move.
Into the Hennig plex again. Hennig plex hooked.
Hey, we got a new champion. We got a new champion.
Your winner and new Florida Heavyweight Champion, Joe Hennig.
We got a new champion.
Joe has done it. Joe has done it.
Dreams come true, Joe. Dreams come true. Crowd is standing.
Has won the Florida Heavyweight Championship. Are you kidding me?
What an amazing night here at FCW. What an amazing night. Listen to this crowd. They are on their feet.
Joe Hennig came out just to assist Tyler Rex, and now he stands on the rope as your new Florida Heavyweight Champion.
Unbelievable. Wow. Is this exciting stuff or what?
4 months on the... Wait. I hear... Is that... that's... Abraham Washington again.
He's going to congratulate him. Good job, Abraham.
Now, I hate to interrupt the celebration and all the festivities you all got going on out here now. But as the general manager of Florida Championship Wrestling, Joe, I just want to go ahead and congratulate you, sir, because you just beat the Florida Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Joe Hennig.
I like it. There you go.
Joe. Yes, sirree.
Joe.
Wow.
Joe, I got to let you know, that would have to be one of the greatest matches I have ever seen in my life. That will go down in the history books, buddy.
There you go.
But even though you just beat the Florida heavyweight champion,
What?
you did not sign the contract to be in the heavyweight title match this evening. So, my dumb friend, you might want to look before you leap next time, because even though you beat the champ, you are not the champion.
This is unbelievable. You got to be kidding me.
Abraham is all about details.
Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. Watch out, Joe.
Well, Slater grabbed the title and just rammed it into the head of Joe Hennig.
What has happened here?
Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Who's the champion?
Well, that's your champion, Heath Slater. Apparently still your champion because the contract was not signed for this match.
Well, Joe goes call to the ring and he jumped in the match. Heath Slater made the match, didn't he?
Heath Slater doesn't sign the contracts.
Oh man, this is crazy. What a night here at FCW.
What a night, what a victory for Heath Slater, if you can call it that. But I guess what we can also say is Joe Hennig has his number. Well, folks, for myself, the Sax, for himself, the Dream, join us next week where Serena Mancini will challenge Queen Angela for the crown of FCW. And plus, Fletcher Chase and Troy Jackman take on Bo and Duke Rotundo. We'll see you.
Until next week, then, this will be Gordon Soley saying so long from the Sunshine State.